All right. Welcome back, everybody. I am the Bradley Assassin. This is the Bradley Assassin live stream. I'd like to welcome everybody back that is familiar and frequents the stream. And for those that are new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Had a welcome Texas, Miss Ginger Morvaunt. That sounds like you may be from Louisiana originally, but anyway. Yeah, so had a long work day today, and then had the rare occasion to visit a couple friends for lunch. And one of my good buddies is the gentleman that got me into crypto a few years ago. So we had a lot to discuss. But anyway, we seem to be getting home and settling in. I mean, getting to the studio and settling in at a pretty appropriate time as I turn on the stream, and I have my settings in the stream set up to bring up these the graphs and the charts, and I'm looking at a pretty gorgeous looking green spike going on in Dogecoin right now. I'm not sure why. I haven't heard any confirmations of any Elon Musk tweets. I don't see any or anything of that nature from the celebrities and the influencers. So I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at, but it sure is pretty. Someone mentioned before I could even get to it, Vechain. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been touting Vechain. I hope you guys are noticing what's going on over there, because I sure am. But already, very soon into the stream, we have our very first. Oh, you know what? I need to reset my. God dang it! I'm gonna mess up that stream label. Your $5 super chat. I have to fix it. But anyway, we got a $5 super chat from Mr. IB Getting Lucrative. Good afternoon, my friend. Well, good afternoon to you, Mr. IB Getting Lucrative. Good to see everybody today. Good to see our repetitive viewers. We appreciate that. And as you can see, just as hard as the pump was, we seem to be having some sell-off. So I don't know if that was a planned pump and dump kind of thing, and I hate that term, but we sure did see some significant volume come into Dogecoin just before the high volume of selling here. But either way, we're going to continue to monitor. But one thing that is positive, regardless of what ends up happening with this spike and the expected correction right off, we did manage to settle around 6.9 cents or so for a significant period of time, which is definitely what you're looking for when attempting to see continued growth from a coin. So we're gonna get back to Dogecoin. Obviously, this channel focuses a lot on Dogecoin and all things related to Dogecoin. But those that follow the channel know my two favorite long-term investments when it comes to cryptocurrency are Vechain and Chainlink. As I do speak, no pun intended, but volumes about those two particular coins every day here on the Bradley Assassin live stream. And for those that are monitoring it or have chosen to invest in it, I came up with a little window right here. We're gonna switch on over real quick. And this is my new fancy Vechain page. That way we can slap on over here and take a quick look at some statistics and some numbers, just so you guys can see exactly what's been happening with Vechain for those that aren't too familiar. But a couple weeks ago, I suggested that and let everyone know that one of my long-term investments that I have a substantial amount of interest in is Vechain, as I think it is one of the best projects in all of cryptocurrency. And as you can see here, I really love this little chart here, because you can see you got a market cap of $3.3 billion. We have it shows the volume and everything like that. Of course, the all-time high of right at 6 cents, which just happened about an hour ago, and we're currently sitting at a 5.3 cents, give or take. And as you can see, though, some numbers that really stand out that you'd want to pay attention to are here in the last 24 hours. Now, they just had a sell-off when we hit the 6 cent threshold, which seemed to be a big point of resistance. There was obviously some people taking a ton of profits and that sort of thing. So but we're still climbing back. But anyway, so you can see the 24-hour gains on Vechain is at 27.45%. The 7-day is at 73%, and over 115% in the last 30 days. And then of course you have the 900-day and the year. So as you can see, buying and holding Vechain as an investment for the long term seems to be at least so far in the last calendar year the right move. Of course, anything can happen in cryptocurrency, but especially as of late, I've been harping on the fact that the price seemed really suppressed and didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And it seems as though the market is in some kind of agreement, as though we have gone up almost 30% in the last 24 hours. So a little shout out to Vechain and its development team and the whole project as a whole, finally getting some just attention here. And we're gonna pop back to our regularly scheduled crypto stream. Welcome everybody that I haven't said welcome to before. I'm not trying to leave anyone out. It's just we wanted to touch on those points before we got too far, because yes, it is an exciting time finally for Vechain. I've been waiting for that for a while, and also Chainlink is seeing some fantastic moves too. But you know what, the entire crypto space as a whole is on the up and up right now. As predicted at the beginning of the year, we are pretty much in what people like to call altcoin season. So the altcoins were expected to move over the next few months in a positive direction, but the added media attention and things surrounding Bitcoin just helped the situation as a whole, as we're bringing more and more money into the entire crypto space. So yes, welcome everybody. And that I'm just seeing now, Mr. Ian Ninja Defender, welcome my friend. Thomas Marison, welcome back my friend. Miss Catherine Burke, everybody, I recognize all you people. Thanks everybody for hopping back in here. And then of course you can see right now, just in the last few minutes, I mean, while I was setting up the stream, it looks like Dogecoin had an influx of volume that made a little bit of resistance, and then what looks like to be at least some profit taking, or perhaps just a little small correction. But either way, we're now officially sitting at 7.1 cents. We were at about 6.9 cents or so for many hours, and like I said, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. So if this little pump and correction can stabilize, I think we'll be probably in a little bit better situation than we were at the start of the day. Now, of course, as I do now every day, I put my daily projections, high and lows, and that is while I stream. I don't think we're going to dip below 6.7 cents, and I'm not too sure that we would break 7.3 cents during the stream. Of course, we have today's top super chatter, and then now the top 5 super chatters on the day. And Mr. I Be Getting Lucrative did send me a $5 super chat, which I am appreciative of. I just had forgot to reset the stream labels for the day, so that's why it's not showing anything. But yeah. So trying to squeeze a lot in real quick so that our viewers that are just hopping in that aren't familiar with what we do here at the Brilliant Assassin live stream can at least get a taste of what's yet to come. Okay, let's see. Mr. Richard Giles asks, is it worth getting some Vechain now? Well, we discuss that often here. It's so difficult to try and get in, or it's speculating to try and get in so you can get at a lower cost or on dips, so to say, so that you can try and get the most for your money. But right now, with the way the market's really running and the altcoin market really seems to be taking off, it's getting harder and harder to predict those dips. And if they aren't as substantial as they were during the off times and that sort of thing. And we just seem to keep going up and up and up. So from the price point where you can purchase Vechain now, obviously I've been investing in Vechain for years, so I've gotten in relatively low and whatnot. But ultimately, it's still a coin that is less than 6 cents. That has, probably just incredible fundamentals, an amazing team that seems to be going in the right places for the long term. So I'm thinking, now we might be debating, trying to get in, a penny less or a half a penny less and this sort of stuff, from a investment standpoint. But if you're not day trading and you're not making a lot of swings and stuff like that, are you really going to be that concerned about a penny or two in 2 years if you're buying it for long term when the coin approaches 50 cents or 75 cents or that sort of type of thing? Maybe one day, So yeah, I would think that it's a good purchase at any time. Okay, welcome back, Mr. Doug Palin. Welcome back, I Love Marijuana. Let's see here. We got Mr. Nico Endless says, I love marijuana. What's up, bro? You woke up 9 years early. Okay. Miss Stephanie Deaton set it and forget it. Yeah, that's a pretty strong sentiment lately on the stream here. A lot of people are even talking craziness like, you know, buy what you're interested in and then delete the wallet off your phone or delete the wallet off your browser and just leave it alone. And you know, that's not a terrible idea if you are purchasing cryptocurrency in hopes of you know, turning a profit or having it become some substantial value later on down the road. Because well, you see, we run the 5-minute charts here most often on the stream because it's very up to date and it flows well with our discussion, and it gives us a lot to discuss while we are streaming live. But ultimately, when you back out of the charts and you look at it, you know, as a whole in the last just a few weeks in Dogecoin's case, but you can see it's on an upward trend, and it seems to continue to grow regardless of these, you know, these sell-offs that we run into and these dips and rises that we monitor. But it's all for the best. I think eventually the crypto space in general is young, and those that are involved now, those of you that have, you know, are showing an interest and have found my channel and are, you know, and are participating, please keep in mind that the crypto space is still incredibly young. I mean, we are just now having companies such as MasterCard and Visa get into the financial aspect and the case usage, you know, on the financial side of crypto just now. Like, I mean, within the last few months and even as recent as the last few days. So once that starts to becoming more widely adopted and more mainstream, crypto as a whole is just going to be, it's just going to be crazy accepted, and it's gonna just multiply. Now, which coin specifically, you know, no one really knows, but ultimately you have your Bitcoins and Ethereum, which are going to be the stable coins and have a tremendous amount of value due to adoption and case use. But there is a place for coins like Dogecoin, excuse me, and obviously substantial markets and huge case use for my two favorite long-term investments, Vechain and Chainlink. So I appreciate the views, appreciate the likes, appreciate the subs, and we all do our best here on the Breadly Assassin live stream of sharing information so that we can get latest breaking news out to everyone. We share comments and opinions and everything just to help everyone make better educated decisions when it comes to investing, if you choose to do so. But please do not invest more than you can afford to lose, as I am not a financial advisor and I'm certainly not an expert. Mr. Aswin Aravind, thoughts on Cardano? I personally am invested in Cardano. I think sky's the limit for that coin. It's the experts and the consensus all agree and seem to believe that that coin is in an incredible upward trend. You've got mail. And is very bullish right now. You know, just a month ago they were predicting perhaps $1 at some point this year for Cardano, and now sitting at you know, 90-ish cents. Obviously the dollar is looking like the projected target for the month of February, with perhaps as much as a $2 or $3 ADA/Cardano coin at some point this year. So that's actually reminds me that's a really good time for me to pop on over and do our CoinMarketCap review that we do here every few minutes on the Breadly Assassin live stream. In fact, I've been thinking of maybe charting out the you know, the stream and make it segmented a little bit so that I have more of a I can make better use of the time. What I mean is, okay, so I got back as soon as I could and started streaming, right? We've only been streaming for about 15 minutes. I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make note here on this paper. I think every 30 minutes, we'll do a CoinMarketCap. How's about that? How about we do every 30 minutes, we'll do a CoinMarketCap recap. So what I'm going to do at 3 p.m. Central Time, which is in 4 minutes, we'll do one, and then obviously at 3:30, and then at 4, and so on until the stream ends. That way, those that do frequent the channel and do look forward to that kind of information and those little reviews will know that I plan on doing them every 30 minutes. That way, if they need to step out for a break or that sort of thing, you know, it kind of gives a little bit of uniformity to the stream. So if everyone's cool with that, we will do a CoinMarketCap review in 3 minutes here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. So, okay. Let's see. We got Mr. Rob Lowe, United States Air Force here. Thank you, sir, for your service. Says, watching from Italy. Happy to see this channel growing. Congratulations, brother. I think the U.S. will be slow to accept and figure out how to use it mainstream. Thoughts? Are you referring to Dogecoin or are you referring to crypto as a whole? And I'll be monitoring in the chat for your response to that. I don't want to misspeak. You know what? I have live chat off. I don't want to miss it. Okay, both, Mr. Roblo. Yeah, sorry, I had the chat on slow chat, but okay, yeah. So I'll start off with my thoughts on adoption of cryptocurrency as a whole, and the last few years, I've been in the crypto space for a few years now, and I've been mining cryptocurrency for a few years as well. And when I would have this discussion with the only person that I ever was able to discuss cryptocurrency with until the live stream, thank you everyone, by the way, we would always talk about how, while we think the world of cryptocurrency and we believe in it and we see the case use for it and what it can do and what it needs to do and yada 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 yada, we would always come back to the argument of adoption. And that was the one brick wall we were having trouble climbing, or at least removing brick by brick to get through. Is what I mean is, we were always going to be suppressed and always be the tech guys or the guys that believe in crypto and stuff like that until it's not. And what I mean is, what happened is, it seems as soon as we were arguing that point, November rolls around, December rolls around, and all of a sudden everything's exploding, right? And then what needed to happen first to happen. All your investment firms, like the financial experts in the world, the hedge fund managers, your investment firms, your crypto investment firms, banking. See, banking was the thing. Banking didn't want crypto to happen, right? Because cryptocurrency technically was made to be a decentralized form of currency and or whatnot. And whereas your banks are all centralized, they're all making profits off of your money. They're charging you fees. They're making you wait for your money. They're the yes and the no's. Well, that's old finance. No one wants that anymore. So the biggest hurdles we had to get through were the banking side of it. And the old people, I say old people, but old money, the old way of thinking that had to be broken through. And that's super, super difficult. But what happened was, as soon as it started to happen, then the first people that understood they better get on the ball were the banks and the financial institutions and the hedge funds and the investment firms. Because if you get into this market too late, from a financial standpoint, especially with the big dollars involved and stuff like that, then you're not getting the return on the investments that you need to hedge your traditional funding and hedge your normal way of banking and hedge what you've been defending for so long, you see. So once that happened, then that was a substantial volume influx, and all of a sudden everything is going crazy. So once that's happening, which is happening now, then, of course, you got your Visas and your MasterCards and all these other financial institutions that understand the same thing. They better do it now, because if they don't, then all of a sudden, same difference. The customers that are waiting for it and looking for it and understand it, well, they're going to they're going to go with who has it available, right? They're not going to wait 3 years for Discover or I don't know, I can't think of the credit card. They're not going to wait for a competitor to get it while everyone else is offering it and saving them money and doing it the way that the majority of the populace wants it to be done, you see. So the adoption, I think, is happening now in the terms of cryptocurrency as a whole, which is why the market is showing so much volume and so much promise. Now, those are your stable coins and your more obvious, such as Bitcoin and, with the wide adoption and acceptance and all that stuff like that. But when it comes to your alternate coins, your altcoins, there's gonna need to be some stability built for these low market cap coins for a wide adoption to take place and to get accepted, because when you have a stable dollar, even though the value of the dollar is declining, when you have a stable dollar, well, that means that that's, everything in the economy is being based off of, price market. Like, they know to charge $100 for a phone because they know that the dollar reflects its value. So for an alternate coin to get to that point, it's going to have to stabilize more. And what I mean is, we have Dogecoin, right? And there's this Dogecoin movement, and everybody wants it to be, I guess, the currency for the people, or alternate currency of choice, and while that's great, and while I'm on board as well, and I do believe in it, and I'm invested in it, companies and or service providers, they can't really, and you see some of the adoption taking place with it, but with stipulations. So what I'm saying is, you can't really say that same $100 phone that we will accept Bitcoin for, and that's it, like a 1-for-1 trade for the cryptocurrency for the phone. You can't really say that when it comes to the validity that you have in altcoins, because like right now, while Doge is at 7 cents, right? Well, we've seen it dip down to 6.5 cents, and we've seen it get up to 7.8 cents in a day. Well, that all of a sudden makes it very risky for the retailer or the service provider or whatever they're selling or whatnot. It makes it very risky for them to accept it as a form of currency at that point, because all of a sudden that phone that they needed to get $100 for, for the company's sake, to typical economy and business works, pay their people, pay their product, pay their time, all of a sudden there's a chance that at the end of the day, that same $100 phone, might only be worth 50 Dogecoin, or there's a chance it could be a little bit more, but you get it. You know where I'm going with that. So so they're looking for more solidity as opposed to validity in your altcoins before you see mass adoption in that case. And when you are seeing acceptance, like that Daytona Nissan vehicle, Nissan dealership that supposedly was advertised they were accepting Dogecoin, but they had a big long list of stipulations, like it was only for deposits, only up to $5,000, and it was only like for 2 days, and then they were doing like a 25% surcharge if you don't convert the Dogecoin, all kind of stuff. And that's basically just to save their what in case the coin bounces around like it's been doing. So ultimately, I guess to finalize where I'm going with it is we definitely going to see more and more companies and or businesses accepting cryptocurrency as a whole, mainly Bitcoin, and it's going to take a little bit more time for the market to stabilize before these alternate coins start getting accepted, as a whole. So thank you for the question. I know that took a lot of time, but it's a very deep discussion, and there's a lot going on with that, and it's very opinionated, but that's how I feel about it. And if you guys are at least entertained, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm 5 minutes late on the CoinMarketCap review because I rambled on. So if everyone doesn't mind, we're gonna pop on over to the Breadly Assassin daily CoinMarketCap review. Almost ran out of breath. Okay, there we go. Boom. We're gonna pop on to today's brief review of CoinMarketCap. And as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, this is CoinMarketCap.com. It basically breaks down coins in descending order of their market cap, with a total market cap in the entire cryptocurrency space of just under $1.5 trillion, ladies and gentlemen. That is a substantial increase over the last week or so. But of course, at number one, we have the ever powerful Bitcoin sitting at $881 billion, giving the coin a current value of $47,639. Number two, Ethereum at $1,850 with a 9% increase over the last 7 days, ladies and gentlemen. And the aforementioned Cardano sitting at 91 cents. Polkadot at 28.64. XRP on the continual uprise of 57 cents. Binance Coin in the number 7 spot. Excuse me, at $134.65, and number 8 spot being taken by Litecoin at $194. And my number 2 favorite cryptocurrency in all the world for long-term investing is Chainlink, and the number 9 spot, up to $30, ladies and gentlemen. That is a 17.39% increase in the last 7 days. Then of course we have Stellar Lumens rounding out the top 10 at just under 52 cents. Stellar Lumens continually making progress, steady progress. And then the gorgeous, the popular, the ever mentioned Dogecoin in the number 12 spot at 7.1 cents, up 54.64% in the last 7 days. So like I said, sometimes you have to realize, watching these charts and dealing with these dips and peaks and valleys, in the last 7 days we're still up 54%, ladies and gentlemen. This is still fantastic. Number 13, Uniswap at $22.90. I'm going to go ahead and just pick out a few coins that either have my interest or I am invested in. Coming down a little bit, we have Tron at 5.4 cents. Tron up 52% in the last 7 days. And then coming in at number 25, down a little bit from its all-time high earlier today, is the gorgeous number 1 pick for long-term investment from myself is Vechain. Vechain coming in right now at 5.3 cents, up 79% in the last 7 days, ladies and gentlemen. Down a little bit from earlier today, but that's just because we did touch the 6 cent mark, which obviously triggered a ton of sell orders. Every time you touch a round number like that on a coin that hasn't been there before, sell orders are going to start popping off, and we got to break through those sell orders to continue growth. But that is the Bradley Assassin. Every 30 minutes on the hour and every half hour. CoinMarketCap recap. Let me just refresh some of my news outlets here to see if we can try to catch any breaking news on Dogecoin, as we do pride ourselves here on having the latest information and sharing it with everyone. And of course, if anyone gets any information that I miss, please feel free to let us know in chat. Right? And let's see, back to some question and answer. Let's see. We got Mr. Crypto 6 Foot. I believe you may be new to the channel. I don't really recognize you. If I'm mistaken, I apologize. But we got Mr. Crypto 6 Foot suggesting to buy XRP. And he says he smokes medical weed, the best in the world. Well, congratulations on that, my friend. Okay. And let's see. Silent says 210,000 Doge in the moon coming, son. Well, we hope to see the continued rise. Today we had, right when I came on the stream, we had a gorgeous influx of volume, which, of course, directly affected the pricing. So now we're sitting at a comfortable 7 cent mark, and we would love to maintain that and or increase on that number in the immediate future. Let's see here. Mr. Ernest Ruiz, near 50K for me. Congratulations. Nathan Sandborg asking if Mana has a chance of popping off. Mana, is that the decentralized currency, if I'm not mistaken? I have noticed it taking strides recently, but as most altcoins right now are pumping, or at least gaining value, it seems as though you almost can't go wrong right now. But like we do, I do like to make sure everyone understands that the crypto space is very volatile. Dogecoin is probably one of the most volatile coins we got right now, due to its huge sways in influx with all the influencers and celebrities, and of course Mr. Elon Musk chiming in at times. But that's just the nature of the beast when you're dealing with something as popular and has so much worldwide attention as Dogecoin. Notoriousism 10 says, wait till the Chinese get going, year of the bull Doge, baby. Yeah, that's another interesting point. I didn't really think too much about it till someone brought it up yesterday. But right now with the Chinese New Year going on, I'm not super knowledgeable about the Asian customs and that sort of thing. But if I'm not mistaken, I think to them it's pretty much like Christmas and New Year's and everything all kind of rolled into one, and they do celebrate it extensively, even to the point where I think some businesses and places will close for upwards of like 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. And if so, that can put some suppression and a damper on the activity from the Asian market. So yeah, perhaps once that gets cleared up and we do have your normal traders and people that are crypto savvy finishing up with their celebrations and the time with their families, you can probably expect to see some even more activity, which is crazy because the market, in my opinion, is just exploding. Mr. Eli Marks, 800,000 Doge in holding. Congratulations on your bag, sir. That is an impressive number, and I hope you continued your profits and continue to see greener days ahead. Crypto 6foot. What people don't know, XRP is BTC Daddy. XRP was made before BTC was a test run to see how people would adapt and use cryptos. XRP is the one you will see. Yeah. That's a great opinion. XRP is a massive project with an incredible development team. Once considered and considered by many like the banker's coin kind of thing. And please remember, back in January of 2018, XRP did have an all-time high of $3.50. So if they can get through the SEC issues they're dealing with, and they come out of the hearings at the end of the month unscathed, I think you could probably at least use that all-time high as a measuring stick, just to show how much potential XRP does have to get back to the limelight. And they are still an incredibly high market cap coin. It's just they're a little bit suppressed right now as people are being a little more cautious. But yeah, XRP is definitely something to monitor. And if you are a risk versus reward type investor, I see no qualms with getting in now before the outlook and the outcome of the hearings take place. Yes, Miss Stephanie Deaton is a very knowledgeable person, and we appreciate all of her input, and certainly appreciate her visiting the Bradley Assassin live stream, as her knowledge and information and poise would be welcome anywhere. But we are lucky enough to have her here for the time being. So thank you for that, and thank you for visiting the Bradley Assassin live stream. Let's see here. Eyes Wide Shut, welcome back, my friend, says, if the SEC determines XRP is a security, Stellar will blow up. Yeah, that's kind of why Stellar's been chasing a little bit. You can definitely see Stellar reacting in the same way as XRP has been, kind of. And people are, I think, using it kind of like a hedge against XRP because it's such similar coin and whatnot. So yeah, that's a good call right there. That's something to monitor as well. Yes, and once again, if you guys are enjoying the discussion and are at least entertained, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Of course, any super chats and donations and all that's greatly appreciated, but not, don't feel obligated. But likes and subs are free, and that's how we ultimately get the channel to grow. And I am looking for the channel growth to hit a particular mark so we can start doing some coin and merchandise giveaways. And for those that are new to the channel and haven't seen the last 2 days, I'm so pumped. Can't wait till I get this set up. But the Bradley Assassin merchandise has come in. We got t-shirts here, and like I said, I need to take some time over the weekend to set that up properly, but that's coming. It's just I own a couple bakeries here in South Louisiana, and we are in the middle of king cake season, Mardi Gras season, so I'm really slammed with my career work as I try and do this any chance I get. But But yeah, so we're getting there. It won't be too long. And we got Miss Ginger Morvant with the $5 super chat. What's your high prediction for Vechain this bull run?
What is your high prediction for VET this bull run?
Okay, yeah, sure. So I've touched on this before. As you know, I've said from the beginning that Vechain is my favorite long-term cryptocurrency investment. My pick was at some point in this year's bull run, I think there's a chance that Vechain can approach 25 cents. I really feel that strongly about it. I know it's only around 5 cents right now, maybe 5.5 cents. I haven't looked in a few minutes. But you know, we were just at 2.5 cents 2 weeks ago. So I feel if everything goes right and the influx of volume continues to pour into the crypto space, that's just going to bring more attention from investors and, you know, that sort of thing, which will be, I think, ultimately once they start researching in particular coins and what the projects are doing and what kind of fundamentals they have, and how Vechain is a real world coin and actually have applications now and partnerships now. I think those investors are going to take notice pretty quickly. These are some really smart people. So yeah, I'm confident with the 25 cent mark at some point at the height of the bull run at some point this year. Well, probably like September or October if everything goes perfectly. And long term, in 2 to 3 years, I can see the coin approaching $1. And that's if, like I said, if the funds and the influx of volume continues to come into the cryptocurrency space as a whole. So thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you for the question. Doug Palin, sick logos. Are you referring to me? I hope so. I spent a whole lot of time on those animations for everybody. Okay, Eyes Wide Shut says subscribe. Got tired of Jerry Frometta not doing any actual analysis. I'm not familiar with who that is, my friend. For those that are just hopping in and aren't familiar with who I am and what I do, like I said, I have a career. I have a couple bakeries. I'm nothing special, but I've been in the crypto space for a few years now. And the funny thing is, I didn't really have anyone to discuss it with. Like, I'm married and I have a couple kids, and so all the thousands and thousands of hours of research and interest and you know, discussion and everything, it was just me. So I said, you know what? I went through all the ups and downs, and I said, you know, I was basically buying through an entire bear market and everything. I said, there's got to be some people out there that are searching for information as well as me. I can't be the only one. So I started the channel. I had a gaming channel on Twitch, so I had my setup, and you know, I spent a lot of time and money getting my stream decent. So whenever I started this stream, and it turns out there's a gigantic community that obviously was thinking the same way I was. So yeah, I'm not familiar with who else discusses what I discuss or whatever. I try not to look at that, you know, when it comes to like the streamers and the discussion type side of it, because I don't want to sound like someone else. You know, I have no idea what's being discussed and whatever. I figure if I try and be original, people are pretty smart. They can definitely sniff out someone that's, you know, riding on the coattails of someone else, kind of thing. So we're just going to continue to do this, but I do watch tons of videos on, you know, specifics about coins and development issue, you know, news and all that kind of stuff. So I hope everyone is on board with what we're doing here, and we appreciate the views. Okay, let's see. 3GP Media, welcome back, my friend, says, did you read the Bill Marcus letter? Unfortunately, no, I did not. Like I said, I got my pen here and my paper. I make notes from everything you guys suggest so that I can better educate myself. So perhaps I could discuss it a little bit in more detail next time. What, Dave? Okay, give me a minute. Okay, my youngest son wants some ramen noodles, so we're gonna go a little bit further, and I'm gonna take a little 5-minute break to heat up some water for him. Okay, I'd be getting lucrative with another $5 super chat. 285 watching, 85 likes. Get that button smashed. Yeah, man, y'all. Looks like we got a little bit of room to grow with the like button there, so y'all smash that button.
5 likes. Get that button smashed.
Mr. Steven Johns asks, what games did you play on your stream? I stream the Magic the Gathering. I have been a Magic the Gathering player, competitive Magic the Gathering player since 1994. I'm an old guy. I'm 44 years old. And since Magic the Gathering Arena came out a few years ago, it gave a beautiful opportunity for us old timers to get some gameplay in, but I just don't have the time for it, and I killed myself on that channel trying to make it grow and spent a lot of time and money, and it really wasn't doing what I hoped, and I had to take a break. And in the midst of the break, I decided to try and do something that I'm really passionate about here with the crypto space, and so far so good. And everyone's participation and generosity allows me to continue doing what we do, and hope that the channel continues to grow. Yeah, Mr. John Z, the artwork, let me go ahead and blow it up for you guys because I'm really, really proud of this. This is the Breadly Assassin logo, the original logo. As you can see, the nunchucks are loaves of bread because I'm a baker, and hence the Breadly Assassin. And you can see his loaf of bread hip pack and his loaf of bread backpack, along with the gaming theme with you have the elemental orbs and just the cool stuff like that. And then of course I've altered it a little bit for the crypto space, but yeah, so I hope everyone is at least appreciative of it. I like it. Thanks everybody. I geek out over stuff like that. I'm definitely a nerd at heart. I've always been a tech guy since I was a kid, and I remember when the internet came into fruition and everything. I've been around a long time. Okay, let's see. Thanks for the compliments. 3GP Media, missed your stream last night. Did you get their shirts? Yes, I have them in, my friend. Look, they're right here. Check it out. Officially got the merchandise in. Breadly Assassin t-shirts. I've been working on the donation page and stuff for the stream so that people can purchase the merchandise if they so choose, but ultimately I want to be able to get to the point where we can do merchandise giveaways as well as coin giveaways. But like I said, as soon as King Cake season rolls down, which carnival season ends Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, I think at that point should free up a little bit more of my time, and I can square away the details on that, and just have more to offer for the stream. Right now I'm working all day and all night, and get these streams in during the little bit of free time I have, and it's not much, but we are dedicated here. We do believe in the Dogecoin movement. We want to see everybody make substantial gains in this crypto space, and so we put our heads together and try and make the best decisions we can when it comes to investing. Okay, let's see. Mr. Aaron Marsh, what's my thoughts on Doge and its popularity? We still strong? Question mark. Well, it's very difficult to say. I don't monitor, like I think a lot of people focus a lot on like what's trending and all that kind of stuff. And obviously we're not as trending, as hot or as popular as we were right up to the Super Bowl. Right before the Super Bowl, Dogecoin was going crazy. So it's leveled off a little bit. And of course, with the Chinese New Year going on, we have an entire continent that's kind of like in family break mode kind of thing like that. But we do still have tons of celebrities and influencers supporting us, and you see Dogecoin mentioned probably more than most discussion topics right now across the entire world. So I think it's brought tons of volume into the crypto space, and it's looking fine. Like I said, we were building on that 6.9 cent floor for most of the last 12 hours or so, or at least since yesterday's stream. And then now, of course, for some reason, which I do not know, I haven't had any confirmations of any news or anything that we should know about causing this this influx of volume right here. But we take everything we can get, as we are now up to 7.1 cents. Yes, Mr. John Z. You know what? That's a good point. I did mention that yesterday. I had heard that somewhere in a video that I was watching on YouTube probably. And before I got on the stream today, I usually bring up my news sources and stuff like that. And I searched frantically for 2 or 3 minutes trying to find some advertise or some confirmation on that. I heard that too. And I couldn't find an article, so I didn't want to convey that information without any confirmation. But I did mention yesterday that we are certain that the development team is back in action on Dogecoin. The consensus opinion on that was that they were going to be working on some scalability issues and things like that. But I had heard that that they were bringing smart contracts to Dogecoin. So that's huge if that did come out, and there's a chance that this influx of volume may be in relation to that if the information had leaked somewhere before it gets to the press. So that would be just amazing. That'd be super exciting, and it would bring a lot more attention into Dogecoin, a nice little injection of notoriety. But I'm going to be trying to find some kind of confirmation on that. I don't want anyone to think that we're spreading rumors here at the Barely Assassin live stream. That's not what we do here, but I did hear that somewhere, and I'd like to see some confirmation on that. Idwise Shut says the dev team is back smart contracts on the Ethereum network. And then Mr. John C says interesting. It's also going to be it's going to have smart contract support on the Flare network as well. If this is accurate, and that's why we have the Barely Assassin live stream. We get this out, breaking, and as soon as we can get confirmation on all this stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, that's huge. I know a ton of people that are just coming into the crypto space due to the notoriety and popularity of Dogecoin are not familiar with that side of the development yet, and the coin and what all this means and stuff. But believe me, whenever you can bring smart contracts in onto a coin, regardless what network you're using, in this case, it looks like it may be Ethereum network, but Mr. John Z said on the Flare network as well. When you're allowing developers to have that kind of ability to in coding the coin and what the coin can be used for, people take notice in important places. People that are paid to find out what this means and paid to invest in stuff like that, they're gonna notice, and it won't take long. So I'm very excited. And Shished says, welcome back, by the way. I recognize that name. ADA seems to have a new floor around 90 and 95 cents. Cannot wait for it to pump past $1. It just goes to show a decent value for ADA is on the cards. Guys, keep an eye out for DeFi coins as well. Yes, she said that's a good point. Again, and it goes more to my mention of like when Vechain hit the 6 cent mark today, and then you had anytime you have like a point of interest, I like to call it, mark, like okay, so the point of interest mark for Vechain, let's say, was 6 cents, a good round number, right? So it hit that resistance and it battled. It hit a ton of sell orders and it battled, right? So now it's working its way back. And then same thing ADA, like obviously $1 is just a substantial mark, right? And a huge sell order point. There's going to be a lot of people taking profits out of $1. So it's going to climb and climb. It's going to hit that, and there's going to be resistance. It's probably going to battle with that. But anytime you get to those resistance points and those points of note, and then there's enough volume that floods into, you break through it, then all the sell orders that were at that resistance points or have been eaten up, you see. So typically you're not going to have as many sell orders at like $1.01 or $1.02 or $1.03. You see what I'm saying? Like people just, it's a habit, like a habit of nature, unless it's bots running and that sort of stuff. But most people will put like sell orders at particular numbers. The general consensus is. Gregory Lizcano, you look like that guy on the old show Roseanne. If you're referring to Leonard from the Big Bang Theory, I've never heard that before. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Let's see here. We got Mr. John Z. Vechain's killing it. I hope we see 25 cents soon as I got in right before. You see, you and I, we must be kindred spirits, my friend. I've been on the Vechain bus for years now. I bought in multiple times over the last few years, but the last time I bought in was about 2 weeks ago at like 2.6 cents, I think it was. And I mentioned many times here on the stream, I think it's the best long-term project in crypto. Is the coin I'm most heavily invested in. I think the coin is extremely suppressed. I don't know why or what or how, but that the team alone is just outstanding. 5-star team led by Mr. Sonny Liu. Brilliant in all aspects of a company. His marketing, his tech side, his everything. Their partnerships, everything about that coin screams long-term success. And again, please don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And I'm not I'm not advising anyone to invest in it. I'm just saying I personally am, and I think worlds about that project. And obviously, I kept saying, something needs to happen. And of course, it's not because of what I'm saying on the stream, obviously, but amid the world in general and investing, everything, the entire space. It seems to be people seem to be getting it now. And Vechain, yes, has been doing great. And my prediction for the year, the height of the altcoin market is 25 cents. I've said that many times here on the stream. So for you to reiterate that gives me a little bit of confidence. So yeah, we're looking forward to bigger and better things for Dogecoin, Vechain, and all of these beautiful cryptocurrencies. Let me check my 10 messages that I get every time I try and stream. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the 51-minute mark for the stream. At the 1 hour mark, I'm going to take a 5-minute break and prepare my son his ramen noodles. If everyone is cool with that, and we will get back to some discussion at that point. But we're still good to go for a few minutes right here. Let me try and catch up on some chat. Mr. Aaron Agnarsson asks, how much Doge you got yourself? Okay, fully transparent about that. I bought into Doge a couple weeks ago at 2.5 cents, and I purchased 189,000 of them. 3 days ago now, I sold off enough to pay back my initial investment, and I currently hold about 106 or 107,000 Dogecoin that I am holding for the long term, and I plan to not touch them. So that's currently where I'm at. Thank you for asking. Mr. Shepperton Studios, welcome back, my friend. What's up? Good to see you again. Doge on the up and up. Just need to keep those diamond paws. That's right. We like to buy, we like to hold, and we diamond hands over here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. We stress buy and hold, as that ultimately is how you build market cap, and ultimately how everyone's coins become more valuable. So thank you for chiming back in, Mr. Shepperton Studio, a frequent flyer here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Mr. Bojan says, I did DD on VET. I really love the project. Do you reckon it will go back to 3 cents? I want to buy in, but seems pretty pumped at the moment. It's incredibly hard to speculate, especially on a coin that's all of a sudden taking off. Obviously, we would love to not be to buy. I mean, we'd love to not have to buy back in during a coin's all-time high type point. Now, this altcoin season, where we expect it to continue to push altcoins, is expected to run. The experts are predicting like a September, October time. And then, now remember, we just coming out of like a 2-year bear market where everything was down. I mean, really down. If you guys weren't here for that, this is very difficult to stomach. So it's kind of hard to know, like, if you should try and get in now and ride the next few months, which might not be a bad idea, or ultimately, if you're long term, wait for this market to cool off. If it does, now you see, last bear market is just a whole different animal. We didn't have all these hedge funds and investors and everyone into cryptocurrency. We didn't have your Visas and MasterCards getting in on the game. We didn't have what's happening now. So we might not get back to the type of bear run we had before. And if we don't, then of course, any time is a good time to buy crypto. So it's hard to say, but in my personal opinion, I think in a year's time from now, we're probably not going to have cared too much over 2 or 3 cents to buy into a coin as fundamentally stable and impressive as Vechain. And I feel the same way about Chainlink, by the way. And I do love Dogecoin. It's just a completely different animal. Dogecoin is very has the publicity right now and a lot of hype behind it and a lot of excitement, so we focus on it here because it brings so many new people into the space. But I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just a completely different coin. But as Mr. John Z was it up mentioned earlier, mentioned that we are hearing some murmurings about potential smart contracts coming to Dogecoin, and we know for sure the development team is back in action. So either way, it's exciting for all of these three coins that I often speak about. And it's kind of just all you can do is wait and see. All you can do is wait and see or buy and hold. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. That is the only way we get the channel to grow. I have my eyes set. My next target for the channel is 5,000 subscribers. We are currently at 4,870. So I'm kind of hoping that middle of the week is difficult on streaming. We don't have as much popularity. People are working, all that kind of stuff. So I will stream throughout the weekend in hopes to get some more attention to the channel. And my goal for the weekend is 5,000 subscribers. Okay, Mr. Sentinel Gaming, welcome back. Mr. Sentinel Gaming says, I said it before, I'll say it again. As one who is holding more than 6 million Dogecoin since 2014, hold and don't panic to sell in every dip in the market does. I didn't sell at 8 cents and I will not sell soon. Congratulations on that impressive bag, my friend. And obviously you are doing incredibly well with it. So congratulations on that. And we love support from our holders that have been in the game a long time and understand that if you hold, you usually win. Mr. Niels Hendricks, what is your opinion about Bitcoin Gold? I don't honestly have an opinion about Bitcoin Gold. I never took a lot of time to research it and figure out or understand it in full. Perhaps if there's some people out there that are more knowledgeable about the coin that would like to chime in. I personally, I do pride myself on learning as much as I can about crypto, but there are thousands of coins out there, and oftentimes my focus tends to be on the coins I am invested in or that we discuss here, and that just hasn't come up a lot. So thank you for the question, but unfortunately I just don't have a good answer for you. Okay, Eyes Wide Shut, great stream. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the kind words. Like and subscribe, fellow Shibas. Yes, Shiba Inu. Cardano, views from you. I think very, very, very highly of Cardano. Obviously, they are making substantial moves. The experts and the consensus across all of the crypto space is that that coin is going to be amazing. I think before the just last month, before what's happening now, it was projected to be $1 coin at some point this year. Now it's looking like it's going to be $1 coin some point this month. So we're probably going to be looking at a $2 to $3 coin at some point in the at the height of the altcoin season, at minimum. I'm very conservative here on the stream, and I'm a realist, but you can't ignore what's happening, and it's pretty obvious that that coin has greener days ahead of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jonathan Frank, I have to. Well, wow, that's incredibly flattering. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I don't know why that message was retracted. I liked it. But anyway, okay, here we go. Well, thanks everybody. Appreciate the kind words. As I said, I do need to step away for a minute to heat up some food for my little 6-year-old boy. I'm not going anywhere. I just need to take care of that. Family first, ladies and gentlemen. If my mods don't mind getting my back for a second while I step out and just let everyone know that I'm not going. I just need a short break, and I will be back in a few short minutes, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back. Okay, sorry for the little break, but I had to prepare some food for one of my children, and we got that knocked out. Get me a Sprite. Let's see what a Sprite looks like against the green screen. Oh, that's weird. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let me take a quick look at our news outlets, see if we get have any new information or anything concerning Dogecoin. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything in the news outlets that I look at. Of course, if anyone finds information before we do, please feel free to share it in the chat, as we are continually trying to get latest information on crypto in general, but specifically Dogecoin. On. Elon bought Doge for his kid. Yes, a couple of days ago, that was a topic of one of our streams. Mr. Elon Musk bought Dogecoin for his son, and he now can call him a toddler hodler. We thought that was pretty cute. Mr. Ahmed Rauf, why did Doge rise so much in the past hour, and where do you expect to see it in the coming weeks? We're not sure. I personally do not know why it rose so much in the last hour. I dug around to see if there was any news of maybe an Elon tweet or any kind of information that had come through in relation to that, but I personally could not find it. We are seeing a little bit of a correction right here. As you can see, that just started happening about a minute ago, it looks like, maybe, but that's pretty normal. You can see some people taking profits, at least. I'm not exactly sure, but either way, the influx of volume, if we can recover from this dip a little bit right here, would be nice to attempt to settle on a 7-cent floor. We're always looking to build strong floors. As you can see, we were around the 6.8, 6.9 cent mark for many hours up until this recent influx of volume. Ultimately, I'd like to see us approach 10 cents at some point this month. I think that would be a realistic target, depending if what kind of news gets reported in the world of Dogecoin. We're hoping to have some more activity in the immediate. And I think if everything goes perfectly, there's a chance Dogecoin can become a 25-cent coin at some point this year. But that would mean that we would have to remain in the news, the notoriety would have to continue. We'd have to get continued support from our supporters, influencers, and celebrities. But it could happen. And please understand that it could go the other way too. The cryptocurrency space is very volatile, and Dogecoin is probably the most volatile coin in it right now. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an expert. Never invest more than you can afford to lose, as anything can happen in this crazy market. Mr. Ronan GG, why would Dogecoin achieve anything? What does it have that others don't? Well, honestly, it has notoriety, popularity. It's the coin that was chosen by the majority of the world to become, aka quote unquote, the people's currency. After the GameStop stock situation, it looked like the financial world was looking for another way to kind of stick it to the financial world. Everyone's sick of what's going on, so they thought they thought the Dogecoin would be a perfect opportunity, as it was created typically without a real purpose, as a coin that doesn't have the same fundamentals as most projects, kind of a meme coin they call it. So they thought it would be a perfect target to be able to do that with, and it's caught on. It continues to get support from celebrities and influencers and people worldwide, obviously, that want to see the coin succeed and ultimately become something special. So basically, that's what it is. What do I think about Matic Polygon? I do not have an opinion, my friend. Mr. Jonathan Frank says Elon pushes Doge to get you all to look somewhere else while investing in Bitcoin. Doge will die in a few years. For the coming year, maybe two. It's a miracle due to internet French Revolution. Well, that's a really good opinion, and we appreciate you chiming in. But technically, Tesla purchased the Bitcoin with the capital from the previous year's capital in Tesla. As Mr. Elon Musk does not have that ability or power to make the decisions for the entire corporation. The corporation has a board, and they chose and decided to do that. I know he's influential, and obviously they're gonna take what his suggestions and vote on it and all that kind of stuff. But on a personal level, Mr. Elon Musk still invests in Dogecoin. So please keep it. Remember, there are two different situations there. As the Tesla corporation, he does not make all the decisions for Tesla. But it could happen. I'm not saying it won't devalue. It's just right now the Dogecoin community and the movement is going strong, and we're doing everything we can to continue the influx of volume into the coin. Also, for those that aren't familiar with Reddit, the Reddit forum, the Dogecoin Reddit forum has over 1 million members now, ladies and gentlemen, and that is just simply the Reddit forum. So just to give you an idea of how large, what kind of scale, the magnitude of popularity this coin has. Just remember that one simple forum on the internet has over 1 million members. And let's see, we're up to 152 likes today, ladies and gentlemen. I'd really appreciate any likes and subscribes we can get. Mr. Sentinel Gaming, by the way, I join the stream every day. Great job, enjoy. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the kind words. We try and keep an entertaining stream here, but stay within the realm of legitimate information, as we're not one of these clickbait streams, because I want to be here for the long haul. I don't want to turn anyone away with rumors or anything like that that doesn't come to fruition. Shepperton Studios says Trump being president started as a joke and it became reality. Doge can too. Well, amen. Yes, Brian Schaefer, that's a good point. Doge uses a fraction of the electricity per transaction other cryptos use. That's Musk's territory. Yes, as long as along with the speed too. Doge is faster and cheaper than to perform transactions on the network than most coins. So while it was a joke and this sort of thing, with the development team coming back into it, who knows what's going to come of it once they get their hands back in there. It's going to be interesting to see what they come out with. Mr. Jonathan Frank agreed. I think we should all keep in mind that the richest man in the world might play a game with us to feel power when he can control outcomes. But is he really on our side in the end? Who knows? Right. No one really knows what's going on. I just, it's kind of hard to think that a man with just under $200 billion is trying to trick this little community here. Like, who knows, really? You're right. I mean, no one really knows. But he seems to be supportive, and obviously his tweets have a direct effect on the market. So we're looking forward to more updates and support from Mr. Elon Musk. And the goal for this weekend is to reach 5,000 subscribers. We're currently at 4,880. So smash the like and the sub button. And if you're enjoying the stream, or at least find this somewhat entertaining, go ahead and turn on notifications too, so that you will be notified the minute we go live. Mr. Ronan GG, I have over 2 million Doge. I have over 2 million Pi coins, but it's not in the market yet. Yeah, the Pi project, interesting. If that's the Stanford project, if I'm not mistaken. I need to take some time to research that a bit more. True Blue says, any idea of when we might get an update from the Dogecoin team? I don't know. Obviously, I don't think anyone knows when they're going to let us know exactly what's going on. But if I'm not mistaken, they should have a GitHub where I think maybe a lot of the technical side and a lot of the technical and influential people gather and share information and stuff like that. So if you guys can decipher that, that's probably where the most recent news would be coming from. Yeah, I think the smart move on Mr. Elon's part is what he's doing. If he can make a million millionaires with Dogecoin, I think he's going to sell a lot of Teslas. Miss Stephanie Deaton, be safe. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you. $3GP Media says, I get to check out a 69 Yinko Camaro tomorrow. Owner has a project Chevelle. Ooh, man, you're gonna have to tweet some pictures of that. Is it a real Yinko or is it a Yinko clone? Because it's pretty rare these days to find a real Yinko. Am I familiar with Engine Wallet app? I saw the Dogecoin development retweet. I did see some mention of the Engine Wallet. It seems very interesting. In fact, I need to do a little more research on wallets, as the only wallet that I'm familiar with at all is the Ledger Nanos. But there are some new, like, full phone size digital wallet apps that have, like, operate almost like a phone, and then of course the Engine Wallet and stuff. So I need to look into that. Ronan GG, do you think Vechain will grow? Yes, of course. That is my #1 long-term cryptocurrency pick. I've been investing in Vechain for a few years now. I totally expect that coin to become substantially valuable, and based on the fundamentals, the development team, partnerships, everything about that coin screams long-term. So if you guys are interested in doing some research on Vechain, please do so. And in fact, now that it is exactly 4 o'clock, it's time for our 30-minute on the dot CoinMarketCap review. So I'm going to pop on over to that, and then we'll get back to some questions in a second. Okay, let's go ahead and switch this right here. Oh, wrong button. Okay, we're going to display capture as I press the wrong button, and I'm going to refresh just to make sure we don't miss anything that needed to be refreshed. Okay, coin market recap every 30 minutes, every hour on the hour, and then every 30 minutes in between. We are sitting at just under $1.5 trillion. Bitcoin in first place, obviously, at $889 billion, ladies and gentlemen, sitting at $47,882 per coin. Ethereum in number 2 at $1,850. Tether, the dollar coin, in the number 3 spot, and the aforementioned Cardano sitting at just about 92 cents. And the aforementioned XRP sitting in the number 5 spot at 58 cents on the continual increase over the last couple weeks. Polkadot at 28.71, Binance Coin at 133, Litecoin in the number 8 spot at 194, and my number 2 favorite long-term coin in all of crypto is Chainlink, sitting at $30.56, up 15.65% in the last 7 days. And rounding out the top 10 is Stellar Lumens at number 10 at 51 cents. And then, of course, in the number 12 spot is the super popular Dogecoin, sitting at just about 7 cents, 7.1 cents. Up 53%, by the way, almost 54% in the last 7 days. And then let's see, some other coins of note that I like to keep an eye on is Tron at 5.5 cents. And then, of course, moving up to the number 25 spot, ladies and gentlemen, with the new $3.6 billion market cap. It's actually got a bigger market cap than NEM, so I don't know why they have it in 25 spot. But either way, sitting at 5.7 cents, up 82.66% in the last 7 days. So those of you that follow the channel and at least take my opinion for a little more than a grain of salt, could have made some substantial profits if you had chosen to invest in Vechain. So that is the Breadly Assassin 30-minute CoinMarketCap review. Okay. And we seem to be recovering a little bit from that substantial sell-off or dip, or whatever you want to call it. So and sitting at a little about the 7 cent mark. Up. 400 people in the live stream right now. I think that is the highest on the day. So don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how I get the channel to grow. And as you can see, we're attempting to make a new 7 cent floor, which would be fantastic, because anytime you build a floor and remain at that floor for any substantial amount of time, it usually ends up in greener days, as you can see uptrends from that point. Mr. Brian Schaefer says, if a 1 penny dip makes you crap your pants, crypto is not for you. Absolutely, my friend. That is one of the most beautiful statements I've seen in the Breadly Assassin live stream. As we say every day, the crypto space is incredibly volatile. Dogecoin might just be the most volatile coin in the space. So if you are faint of heart and are not familiar with how this market works, we often say, don't fret. And when you see these peaks and valleys and these dips and all this stuff, this is very much par for the course. But ultimately, when you take a step back and look at profit from, 2 weeks ago and that sort of stuff, the coin is doing amazing. The market is doing fantastic, and you are really in the market at a very early time. And in a few short years, or even a few short months at this rate, I think you'll be very pleased that you chose to stick it out. So thank you, Mr. Brian Schaefer, for that comment. What's my accent? I am from South Louisiana. I'm in a little town called Breaux Bridge. I'm what we are referred to as Cajuns. I'm a raging Cajun. Welcome, Greece. Mr. Nicholas Garga, welcome, Greece. Miss Wendy Garcia says, too much money shouldn't influence your understanding, so teamwork is required. Whenever it's selling Dogecoins is stupid, then the whole extent will decrease. Yes, the whole diamond hands. Yes, we love buying and holding here at the Breadly Assassin live stream. We always suggest diamond hands, and of course, if everyone would be on board buying and holding, the coin would just substantially increase in value, and everyone's coins would become more valuable. So we support diamond hands. We want to see the coin go to the moon, but ultimately, people need to buy and hold. Thank you for the comment, Miss Wendy Garcia. Thank you, T-Bay Mufon, new to the stream. Welcome to the Breadly Assassin live stream. We've been here for a couple weeks now discussing cryptocurrency, specifically Dogecoin. I personally am invested in highly tout Vechain and Chainlink and Dogecoin. I am also invested in Cardano, XRP, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So if you guys are curious as to what I personally invest in, that is what the coins I feel most strongly about. Of course, there's other coins that I like, but I don't have that much money, so I can't invest in everything. But I am very, very bullish and have been it for years on the Vechain project. I think Chainlink is going to be incredible also, as anytime you can bring real world data into smart contracts, it's basically going to be the floor. It's going to be how smart contracts are done across all platforms for the foreseeable future. So Chainlink is going to be very needed and very valuable. So you guys might want to do some research on that and see if it's something you guys would be interested in investing in. Yes, and someone just mentioned Theta. Mr. Jim McCann, I also feel very strongly about Theta. I'm trying to find a way to consolidate some funds to put a little bit of money into Theta. Of course, if I'd have done it 2 weeks ago when it was at 75 cents or whatever it was, I'd have been in a much better spot than now. But Theta is a great project, along with the Graph. If you guys are familiar with the Graph, another coin that I bought 3,000 Graph at 52 cents when Coinbase had suggested it to me, and when it got up to 80 cents, I sold and moved more. I bought some more Vechain, which wasn't a bad idea, but now the Graph is up to $3, and it's very frustrating. Like I said, I'm not an expert. That happens to the best of us. No one knows the future or how fast the coin is going to move, but things like that happen all the time in the crypto space. You just have to focus on your investments and be, if you're in the green and making profits, just be proud of what you've done and understand that you are still making good decisions. Mr. Former Wagey says, when can Doge hit 88 cents? I honestly don't think that Doge may ever hit 88 cents. I know a lot of people frown on me for my opinion on that, but I'm a conservative investor and a realist. I personally think that there's a chance Doge might hit 10 cents at some point this month. At the height of the altcoin rush this year, there's a chance, I think, if everything goes perfectly, for 25 cents. And my long-term prediction for Dogecoin in the next couple of years is 40 cents. Mr. Daniel Salazar, what do you think Doge gets in the next week? Well, like I said, I'd like to see 10 cents at some point this month. So I'm just going to stick to that. When exactly is it going to happen, or if it's going to happen, we don't know. I just feel that there's a chance it can reach 10 cents at some point this month, as we have, let's see, there's 28 days in this month. What's that? 16 more days? 2 weeks? A little bit? It's very possible. I guarantee. How about Mr. Imand Shilik says, how about ADA Cardano? Yes, I am personally invested in Cardano. I think it's a fantastic project, fantastic development team. It's making amazing deals, whatnot, with governments, and the consensus is that it's an incredibly bullish coin, and it's only going to see improvement in the next few months. Mr. Reb Miteps, what part of Louisiana are you from? My people from Opelousas. I am from South Louisiana, a little town called Breaux Bridge. In fact, Opelousas is only about a half hour from here. And I do have a couple bakeries in South Louisiana. One, I make wholesale bread for restaurants. And the second, I have a retail bakery that does all your normal baked goods. But I actually have an account in Opelousas. I deliver bread to one of the restaurants out there, a restaurant by the name of Kobe's Cajun Cuisine. So shout out to Opelousas. Mr. Julio Lozano, how do you feel about Mana? Well, Mana, in my opinion, Mana is a very specific situation with the decentralized. I mean, the what's the game Decentraland? Yeah, that's very specific. It obviously, it can become something special as a, like the game itself, that the mana is being used as a currency in the game, that kind of thing. You can actually buy and sell digital real estate and like own art and all kinds of crazy stuff. So as the whole 3D world thing catches on like that, there's definitely a place for that. Ultimately, I think the coin's gonna, depending on how many people accept it and how popularity Decentraland becomes, you know, obviously it'll directly affect the coin. So that's kind of a wait and see thing, and you never know. I mean, we've seen games like, while it's a different scenario, but we've seen games like EverQuest and World of Warcraft and stuff like that become like movements to where masses of people spend an eternity in those games, and this is just the next step. So you never know, if that's the game that takes off, then of course mana is going to be very valuable. Okay, Denham Springs in the house. Welcome, Denham Springs. I got some people out there too. Mr. Morris Dennison, how do you feel about Starlink stock going on sale soon? I'm not familiar with Starlink. I don't deal or invest in stocks at all. I am 100% cryptocurrency. Mr. Daniel Salazar says, I made $620 with a $40 investment last year on Doge. Congratulations. Mr. J Savage says, you can buy land and own it forever in Decentraland. Right. It's like another economy, where you can buy, and sell, and real estate and all kinds of other things, and they don't make more of it. It's like an actual world. So if that catches on, it could be valuable. Mr. Fernando Ochoa, what do you think about Tron? Is it worth it? Tron's a great coin, a great project. From what I understand, the transaction fees are very, very low in Tron. In fact, a lot of people are building things, you know, with on Tron due to the low transaction costs and stuff like that. So from the developer side, I think it's very popular right now. Welcome, Alexandria. My aunt used to live in Alexandria for a long time. Makes the Goku. Mr. Nathan Sandborg, I like the stream, man. Chill vibes. Thank you, sir. We do our best here. Again, you know, if I miss anybody, I'm not doing it on purpose. I like to say I only have 2 eyes and 1 jaw. So I'm doing the best I can. My mods are fantastic, so they kind of get my back. But there's a lot going on in these Bradley Assassin live streams. So if you are new and haven't liked and subscribed, we absolutely need you to do so. If you are at least entertained by our discussion and our reviews of cryptocurrency, turn on the bell notification so you can know when we do go live. Okay. Nathan Sandborg, do I see VR kicking off? Well, I mean, it's been looming for quite some time. It doesn't seem to have caught the mainstream of the masses yet. Obviously, it's gonna have a place, you know, just like a lot of these niche tech things that come along. I don't know if it's going to be widely adopted right now, because I don't know. I just, you know, maybe I'm just too old school. As I said, I'm 44 years old, and I'm not a big fan of equipment on me like that, you know, but it's definitely going to have its place. Mr. Stephen Fair, what's my favorite kind of bread to make? Well, we personally, every day of my life, I make po' boy breads, French bread, hot dog buns, burger buns, muffaladas. I make a wide variety of breads for wholesale restaurants, but the bread that I guess that I'm most comfortable making, because we do make it all the time, would be po' boy breads. Mr. Scott Craiglow, what do I think of Stellar Lumens? So we touched on that earlier. It's a fantastic project and a fantastic coin that's obviously been moving along with XRP, as they are similar. And of course, a lot of people are looking into lumens, Stellar Lumens, as kind of like a hedge for what's going on with XRP. But if XRP prevails in the SEC hearings at the end of the month, I'm thinking that Stellar Lumens might kind of retrace a little bit while XRP explodes. Now, if the vice versa happens, if XRP does not get through the hearings unscathed, then Lumens, I think, could take off. So those two coins in particular, we're awaiting you know, the results of the SEC hearings at the end of the month. Mr. Cesar Diaz Photography, you're 44. I thought you were like 33. If you want me to be 33, I'm 33. Yes, I'm 44 years old. Thank you for the compliment, though. Vechain, yes, sir. Vechain. Mr. Kumar, I completely agree. Eyes wide shut. I got food trucks in Texas. Do you ship? I don't ship out that far. I distribute through Church Point Wholesale. I don't know if you're familiar with that vendor. And they actually go as far out to Texas. They're a tri-state area shipping company, and they actually they distribute my po' boys. So if you would like to check out some of my po' boy samples, and you are on the Church Point Wholesale's route, perhaps we can work something out that way. So thank you for at least giving it some thought. 3GP Media, you should accept Doge for your brick and mortar store and help increase the Doge retail map. Yes, absolutely. In fact, I'm trying to kind of figure out what needs to be done to get that going. I mean, obviously, I know I could accept it through wallets and whatnot, but ultimately, until it's super easy and simple for the consumer to use, I think it's going to kind of be at least an issue. So that's part of adoption, and that's part of what a lot of teams and projects are working on to resolve. So thank you. Hey, hello from France. Welcome, Romain. Mr. Scott Craiglow, I might start using KuCoin. Just seems intense. It's fine. It's just another exchange. There's nothing to be overwhelmed with. Just take your time with it and be patient. I personally use Coinbase and KuCoin as I cannot use Binance. I cannot use Binance.us as I am in a regulated state in the US. So I personally had to look for other options, and I have personally chosen KuCoin as I have no problems with it, and it works perfectly for me. It even allows me to stake my Cardano. So if you're interested in that, and I do have a KuCoin referral code that comes up in the chat every so often that I will bring up again real quick for you guys once I get it copied, so that if anyone is interested in signing up on the KuCoin exchange, please use my referral code, as it helps both of us. And just one super important point on that subject is that just 2 days ago, KuCoin announced that they are now officially trading in Dogecoin. So if you are looking for a place to buy, sell, and trade your Dogecoin, KuCoin is officially one of those places now. Okay, and let me go ahead and send this to you, ladies and gentlemen. If those of you that were interested in at least researching a little bit about KuCoin, here is the referral code sent to chat. Mr. Chris Meyer says, ready for a big weekend. Let's go. Dogecoin trending online. Yes, we need people to retweet, share, like, all that stuff across all social medias, so we can continue the Dogecoin movement and help everyone. You're only helping yourself when you do that. I know sometimes it's easy to overlook and whatnot, but the more everyone does that, and like across all social medias, the more it helps trending, and the more eyes that get put on Dogecoin, and the more popularity it brings, and ultimately brings people into the space. Okay, let's see. Mr. Brian Schaefer, I really like your sense of humor. Mr. Brian Schaefer says, I'll take my chances with the guy building rockets. Yes, exactly. Whenever everyone's like breaking down the graphs and monetizing everything and like, what's gonna make this coin this and the fundamentals and this, I'm like, you know what? My bets on the dude were $200 billion building rockets, and the fact that he's supporting this coin, clearly that gentleman is smarter than me, has a lot more clout than I do. My money's on Dogecoin. Oh God, I really enjoy your sense of humor, my friend. Jeez, I needed that. Sometimes I get caught up in the streams. I'm so focused on getting the information and doing a great job. Sometimes I forget that sometimes part of me, you know, people like to relate to just normal people, and shit's funny, it's funny, right? Oh yeah, good times. Spread the word, get Dogecoin trending. Jonathan Frank, one song, please. Those kinds of things. The songs are like sporadic. Sometimes they just come out, and it's usually after I've been streaming for a few hours where I start to drift a little bit. If I try and do it, then I can hear myself, and I'm like, man, I shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Mr. Somali Flame, Dogecoin developers should put a cap on it and make a new secure mobile wallets. Doge standard, here we come. Yes, that's what we're all waiting for. Well, not so much the cap in general, although that would be obviously the best case scenario, but just we're waiting to hear any kind of news coming out from the development team. The fact that they're back working on the project is fantastic, regardless of what they're doing. So it's going to be very exciting in the immediate future to find out what new developments come through with the team. We're hearing smart contracts. If that's the case, then sky's the limit, I think, for Dogecoin, as it will allow more developers and coders and stuff like that to use Dogecoin for other projects. I mean, other platforms. Power, money, green, buy, hold. There's hundreds of people in here that don't know what that's about. But in the early days of the Brilliant Assassin live stream, there was I was on a marathon stream. It was like a 5 or 6 hour stream, and I was really losing it. And I was we kept talking about money and the power Mr. Elon Musk had, and how we needed you to buy and hold, and you're looking for green candles. So I started losing my mind, and I was like drifting off. I was like power, money, green, buy, hold. It was like the Doge chant. It was the Brilliant Assassin chant, Dogecoin chant. Money, power, green, buy, hold. And another thing we were doing a few days ago, I was considering changing my little title on my YouTube page to from the crypto guy to the Doge O, but the Doge O, yeah. And I kept saying it over and over and over, and I was like, imagine like your wife's in the other room, right, and you're listening to the live stream, and all you hear is welcome to the Doge, oh yeah. She's like, what you listening to? What you doing in there? Right. Welcome to the Doge, oh yeah. I'm telling y'all, sometimes my mind just does not shut off, and shit like that starts to hit. Man, it's funny. You go back and watch this, man. Maybe when Doge like explodes, right? Hopefully, if it works, and we start kicking ass, right? And we come back to these streams to see like where it was monetarily, to see where you stood on an actual value, and you run across this wacky shit, bro. Can you imagine how funny that would be? Welcome to the Doge, oh yeah. We bring you Dogecoin and so much more. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was in the first few days where I was like, I don't want to quit because I felt like I was letting everyone down. I didn't want to turn it off. I hadn't slept for like 3 days. Man, it was crazy. Oh yeah. Sometimes, let's see. Mr. Mansoor Khan says Doge has some positive, serious developments happening soon that will eventually 100x its price. So $5 possible soon. Certainly hope so. That's, we love to see moonshots. We love to see substantial gains, everything. That's what we want. And any news that comes from the development team is going to be positive. It's gonna be, because they're back working on the coin because of scalability issues, because it's gotten so big and so popular. I mean, I think like a week ago, at the height that they touched 8 cents the first time, it had more trading volume than Bitcoin, which was the first time that had ever happened in the history of cryptocurrency. So obviously, if there's that much transactions, that much traffic on the network, they understood that it's something needs to be done. So, good news all around, I think. Beat drop. I am from Louisiana, my friend. Good call. When I started streaming, I didn't think it was that obvious because I actually speak very well for my area, but clearly I can't hide it. I'm not going to try. I'm from a little town called Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. We are next door to Lafayette, Louisiana. And yeah, so clearly we're what we're considered Cajun. So if I got it, I guess I got it, Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's how we get channel growth. That's how ultimately we can get to the point where I like to start doing merchandise giveaways and coin giveaways and all that. But the channel needs to get a little bit bigger so that I can afford to do all that stuff. And it's only going to be done if we get likes and subscribes. It doesn't cost you anything. Just smash those buttons. And if you want to check out the next Barely Assassin live stream and don't want to miss any of the super entertaining content, turn on the notification bell and you'll be notified the second I go live. Mr. Brad Lyles, thank you, sir. Yeah, you see, that was my take on my accent. In fact, I consciously work on speaking better. But listen, I have some friends and family. This entire area, the accent can get incredibly thick, and so yeah, I just grew up kind of a lot of people relations with the business and that sort of stuff. So I kind of focused on speaking somewhat clearly, but I'm definitely guilty of having a Cajun accent. That's for sure. And it's okay. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. I saw someone mention that in the chat. We are up to 4,927 subscribers. My goal for the entire weekend was 5,000. So if you super generous and super let's see what word I'm looking for. What word I'm looking for? Help me out. Something. Everyone involvement. I can't even think right now. I'm so excited. But the participation, that's the word I'm looking for. Because of everyone's participation and generosity, the channel is growing and growing and growing, and we are approaching the 5,000 sub mark much faster than I had anticipated. So if we get to the 5,000 mark, I guess I just have to make a new target. Like they say, if you come and I'm not there, just wait longer. Okay, let's see. Vechain from Mr. Mark Hubs. Yes, for those that are just hopping into the stream that are familiar with the Barely Assassin live stream, I have been touting Vechain and Chainlink as my two favorite long-term investments. And of course, with the strong moves from Vechain the last couple of days, I do feel excellent about it. Of course, I could have been wrong just as easily as I could have been right. But I do like to let everyone know what I'm personally invested in. I don't suggest that you invest in them. I just let you know, and you can research it for yourself and make the decisions based off of that. But for those that did make the decision to invest, I think right now we should be feeling pretty good about Vechain and Chainlink, as well as Dogecoin making some moves today as well. So overall, our targeted coins that we most often speak about here on the Barely Assassin live stream are at least in the green for today. Thank you, Mr. Jacob Castillo. I see you subscribe, my friend. Very, very appreciative. Hello, hello from India. I believe Zakilla more than Vechain. Well, we really appreciate your opinion, and we love opinions and suggestions here at the Barely Assassin live stream, and I hope that works out fantastic for you. I just like to share what I personally am involved in, and just some information that I can convey on the particular coins itself. And a lot of people that are new to the stream often ask why I like Vechain, and it can get incredibly detailed, obviously, but the brief census of it is, oh, it's 4:30. It's time for another CoinMarketCap. Let me do the CoinMarketCap first, and then I will touch on Vechain after that. How's that? That's fair. Because today I decided we're going to start doing a short CoinMarketCap reviews on the hour and every half hour here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. That way, we're trying to get the community used to having a little update every 30 minutes on the entire CoinMarketCap. And now that it is 4:30 p.m. Central Time, we're going to hop on over to CoinMarketCap, ladies and gentlemen. This is CoinMarketCap.com. They give the ranking of cryptocurrencies in descending order of market cap. And as you can see here, we are up to $1.476 trillion in total market cap in the entire cryptocurrency space. Bitcoin sitting in the number one spot at $890 billion. The coin is worth $47,788. Number two is Ethereum at $1,838. Number three, Tether, the dollar coin, at $1. And number four, the aforementioned Cardano, the gorgeous Cardano, with making incredible moves in the recent times, up to just under 93 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Please remember the coin was predicted to hit $1 at some point this year. Now it's definitely looking like it's going to hit $1 at some point this month. So Cardano looking incredibly bullish for the immediate future. XRP sitting at 58 cents. Polkadot at $28.85. Number 7 is Binance Coin at $134. Number 8, Litecoin at $197. And the aforementioned number 2 pick in my personal long-term investments in cryptocurrency is Chainlink. Chainlink sitting at a beautiful $31, up 19% in the last 7 days, ladies and gentlemen. And rounding out the top 10 is Stellar Lumens at 52 cents. And of course, the ultra popular Dogecoin in the number 12 spot in crypto in CoinMarketCap is sitting at a nice and steady 7 cents. And coming down and just pointing out some more coins of note is Tron at 5.5 cents. We've got the beautiful Vechain. My number one pick for long-term investing is Vechain at 5.5 cents. We touched 6 cents today, but have battled some sell orders and a little bit of resistance there. But we got Synthetics down here at $27, Theta at $3. Both of these coins up about 23% in the last week. And then of course Graph, the just plowing through the market the last 2 days. The Graph had retraced a little bit from the $3 mark down to $2.38, up 138% the last 7 days. For those interested in a Graph, this might be, and I say might be as I am just speculating, a decent time to look into the coin before it goes back up. Okay, and that is it right now for the Bradley Assassin's CoinMarketCap review every hour and every half hour. Okay, and as I said, we were going to briefly touch on Vechain, as a lot of people know that that is my number one coin long-term investment choice. I personally am invested in Vechain, and that is my favorite project in all of the crypto space. I'm going to touch briefly on it for a minute so that those of you who are waiting to understand why I feel so highly about it. I'm going to flip on over to my Vechain little setup I have here, and in 3, 2, 1. And here we have my little gorgeous Vechain setup for everybody. As you can see, Vechain sitting at about 5.5 cents right now. CoinMarketCap of $3.5 billion. And if you look how everything's in the green, I mean, most of the market is in the green, so that's nothing special. But in the last 24 hours, Vechain is up 35%. In the last 7 days, up 80%. In the last month, up 113%. And then the 90-day mark is at 400%. And of course, if you have invested in Vechain at any point a year ago, you are up almost 600%. So you can see the consistent gains from a year ago to now. I mean, this, you can't invest in anything normally and get these kinds of gains. So it did explode the last day, but I've always felt the same way about this coin. And reason being, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and maybe I can get some visuals for you guys by pulling up a couple things here. I wanted to show everybody. I like having visuals sometimes me just running my mouth and can easily get boring, and it's just not that entertaining. But let me show you guys right here what we're talking about. This is not a good grid. I'm trying to find a like Vechain partnerships to show everyone. There's hundreds of them, so obviously I'd have to look at all kinds of charts to show you guys what I'm talking about. But there's just so much information. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull the chart I pulled yesterday only because I don't want to waste everybody's time right here. Okay, how about that? All right. So you guys see the numbers. You'll know how I feel about it, and y'all know how it's gaining popularity and the price is starting to move. But basically, Vechain is the leading blockchain project in the supply chain space. And when I say supply chain, I mean all of the world supply chain, like the $70 trillion supply chain industry. I'm talking retail, wholesale products, everything from, when I say supply chain, I mean from the time a product is produced to the time it's packaged, to the time it's shipped, to the time it's received, and to the time it's sold to the consumer. The entire works of transporting and packaging stuff, supply chain. Okay, so they're leading blockchain in the supply chain industry. And what they've done, and they do many things, but this is just one aspect of what they've done. And like I said, if you want to get more detailed about it and get more accurate and exact information, please research it. But what it is, they developed a system to eliminate counterfeiting and in retail products or wholesale products in general. And while that's just one small corner of what they do, it's a huge market. I know Asia and whatnot, they have a lot of problems with counterfeit. And what I'm saying is, like, if you're buying like designer glasses or expensive shoes or expensive handbags and that sort of stuff, they've been putting these little microchips in it that are scannable. So they're able to scan the product from creation to packaging to through shipping to receiving and then to the consumer, so they can verify that it's authentic. And then of course on the second side of that is when the consumer decides to resell a product, they'll be able to prove that it's authentic, and get value for the product on the secondary market. They're also doing something very similar with QR codes, where they scan the product from production to packaging to shipping to receiving and yada yada yada. And now that's not something that hasn't been done before, but as opposed to having it on servers where the information can be manipulated and changed and altered and all that stuff, it's being put on the blockchain now. And those that are in the crypto space are probably familiar with how the blockchain works. And of course, once the information is on a blockchain, it has to get verified through confirmation, through a series of confirmations through other blockchains and computers and stuff like that. So it can't be altered and it can't be fraudulent and stuff like that. And so that's the safety side of it and the uniqueness of it. And then of course, every step of the way that it is scanned with a QR code, where it is at that point in the shipping or the travel. All information beforehand is accessible to everyone along the way. So like whenever it's received by the retailer and he scans the QR code, he'll have all the information that's taken place from everyone before, from all the packaging and transportation. And they also recently partnered with a company that is manufacturing the virus what vaccine. And what's cool about that is the information is so detailed. They can actually track like not only like the shipping times, but like when temperatures fluctuate, like if you're transporting a very fragile product such as a vaccine, they need to make sure it stays within temperature temperature levels kind of thing. So all that's monitored. And it's all being stored on the blockchain, and everyone in the entire process that's involved in that supply chain has access to it. So you can see how this is just, monumental in terms of of what it's going to bring to tech, what it's going to bring for speed of access to all this information and stuff like that. And like I said, this is just one small thing that Vechain does. And the coolest thing about it is you might be saying like, wow, that's going to be great. When they're going to do that? The thing is they're doing it now. That's the thing. A lot of these coin projects are projects, but Vechain has had their claws into a lot of these companies for a very long time. And not just your mom and pop companies. For instance, they're affiliated and they're working with Walmart China. They're working with DHL. They're working with Renault. They're working with BMW. They're working with Haier. I mean, they're working with Louis Vuitton. They're working with these companies, and they're getting they're making their supply chain more efficient. They're making it faster. It's cheaper. Like Walmart China has come out and said that everything about their works with Vechain has helped the product exponentially. So, you know, our hopes as Vechain owners is that you would think at some point in the future, corporate would get together with their other nations and perhaps at least suggest that you guys get this on board. Now, will that happen? We don't know. It seems likely. And of course, if that does happen, then, yeah, I mean, right? Do I need to even say? But I'm going to pop on over to the chart that the little graph that I was just explaining to people, mentioning. If I could find the, oh, I know why I can't find it, because I'm not on the right page. One second. Okay, so we're going to switch to the display capture right here, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, I even admittedly like to, you know, I'm going to be honest right here. A lot of these companies I'm not familiar with, because a lot of them are in the Asian market right now. But this is just a small section of what you have to go look and look it up, Vechain partnerships, because there's hundreds. I mean, this is just a very small chart. But as you can see, it comes out here, and if you look on the far part of this wings, they'll tell you, you know, fashion, financial, documents and copyright authentication, logistics, agricultural. So this is just like the fields they're in. And of course, within the fields, you can see the actual companies. And you can see DHL, the worldwide shipping company. And then, of course, we have some foreign companies that I'm not familiar with. But we have Louis Vuitton, Rebonds, Walmart China, the aforementioned Walmart China. I mean, that kind of speaks for itself. And then all these other companies. And then on the research side, you got Michigan State, Dartmouth, all these platforms that are on board. This is all just helping categorize the supply chain for themselves. And then you got BMW, Renault, Haier, on the automobile side. It just goes on and on and on. You got Briar Capital. This is the financial side of it. I mean, people are building on their blockchain. It just goes on and on and on. So that's why I am personally very bullish on it. And I've seen their team is amazing. They were the first 5-star rated cryptocurrency. It goes on and on and on. Please take some time to research the company. And look, of course, I'm not affiliated with them. Am I invested in them? Yes. But I'm just trying to get the word out so that everyone here at the Braille Assassin live stream at least has the opportunity to research it and make the decisions for themselves, so that if they do so choose to get in on Vechain, it happens before they start you know, furthering their partnerships with companies such as Walmart. There was some rumors about McDonald's yesterday. I mean, it goes on and on and on. So I think once all that starts to take place, it might be difficult to get the best return for your dollar. You know what I'm saying? It is not listed on Coinbase. That is why I use KuCoin, as I can't use Binance, and that's why I often send my little referral code to everyone in the chat. If you are interested in at least looking a little bit further into Vechain, Vechain can be traded on the KuCoin exchange. They are substantial, is what I'm saying. They are definitely substantial. That's why I for years I couldn't understand why the coin was suppressed and the market cap was so low. And that's why I feel like now, with all these investment firms coming in and hedge funds coming in, I think now what's going to happen like in the right now, I think it's all kind of taking place right now, is that, you know, while the coin flew under the radar for so long, but when you bringing in these people that their job is to find smart investments and projects and teams that that have real world applications and that sort of thing, I think the cream is going to rise to the top, so to speak, and I think we're going to see some action, and it might be happening now, which might explain the spike in the last day or two. I love marijuana. How is APY paid, coins or money? Like an annual percentage yield, like when you stake coins, I guess is what you're asking. Depending on the exchange or the wallet you use, most wallets will just start staking the coin the minute you have it in there. Some exchanges, you need to put it in the staking side. There's like a section where you can just transfer your coins to stake. It doesn't take much more than that, and of course it'll show you rewards. If you are staking Vechain, for instance, like on the Exodus wallet, the rewards for Vechain are paid in VThor tokens. So you'll see that you start having VThor tokens in your wallet for free after some time, and it's all based on percentages. You know, like, you know, whatever it is, 8 or 9% a year kind of thing. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I know I often try to, but I don't want to bore everyone to death with the Vechain stuff. It's just I really feel that strongly about it. But back to Dogecoin, you know, because we do try and focus on Dogecoin here. If anyone has any late breaking news or information that I missed on Dogecoin today, please feel free to share it in chat, as I am refreshing my news outlets here, and you know, I'm not really seeing anything. The most recent news we had was that the development team is in fact working on Dogecoin again, so we're hoping to get some news from that in the immediate future. What do I think of Voyager? I don't personally use investment apps, only because I've been in the crypto space for quite some time, and I had all of my accounts already set up on exchanges. So I really can't comment, but if anyone would like to give their thoughts to help out Mr. Jonathan, we'd appreciate it. Let's see. Mr. Kamikaze, thoughts on Cardano? We touched on that a few times today. I think very highly of Cardano. I think it's obviously a very bullish coin, and it seems to be performing very well. I actually own some Cardano, so I obviously feel very strongly about the future of the coin. Okay, we have broken the 2-hour mark on the stream. Very positive thoughts today on the Barely Assassin live stream. Lots of participation. We appreciate all the likes and subscribes, as the channel can only grow if everyone here would do me the favor of liking and subscribing. And if you'd like to catch the Barely Assassin live stream the next time we go live, turn on the notification bell and you'll be notified the minute we go live. And we are approaching the 5,000 subscriber mark, ladies and gentlemen. When I started the stream today, I told you guys that I would love to be able to reach the 5,000 subscriber mark at the end of the weekend. But because of the participation today and the fantastic generosity from our members, we are at 4,950 subscribers. So it looks like my 5,000 subscriber target is probably going to be pushed through at some point, if not today, tomorrow. So we appreciate it. What's up? Welcome back, Mr. Ronald Barrows. For those that are just hopping into the stream that have been following us for some time, I'm sure you are aware that Chainlink and Vechain have been performing fantastic the last couple days. Dogecoin, we are doing our best to try and make a 7-cent floor. We had a beautiful increase in volume earlier, followed by a little correction pattern, which is very normal. But we are hovering right around that 7-cent mark, and we would love to roll into an active Saturday with a 7-cent floor. That would be amazing. Mr. Yasser K, is it true Dogecoin has infinity coins? Does it make it a bad investment? What's your thought? Yes, right now they do make new coins every year. I think a lot of people put too much into that as this is not the only coin that does that. Ethereum has an unlimited supply, and no one seems to be concerned about that. So what I'm saying is it would it be better if the coin was capped? Yes, of course. But for those of you just joining the stream, we did get information today, well, yesterday, that the development team is actually back now working on Dogecoin. Does that mean that they are going to attempt to cap it, or fork it, or start maybe some coin burn off or something? We don't know. But the fact that they're working on it is incredible and very exciting. Shepperton Studios says, if you want to be notified about the next live stream, remember to flick my ding dong, aka touch the bell. Ring ding dong, ring ding 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 dong, touch the bell. 3GP Media, $2 super chat, a little something for the Vechain info. Thank you, my friend. Incredibly generous, and we appreciate the $2 super chat.
A little something something for the Vechain info.
Yep, my little Vechain thing that I made for everybody. I'm gonna start making one whenever I get home from work before I stream. I'm gonna start trying to make one for Chainlink and whatnot, and then we can touch on them every day for those that are new to the stream, and so that we do monitor and just keep up to date with the coins that we like. But that was the one that I was able to throw together today right before I got on. The master breaker, I think they were answering your question. You asked how Doge go up if so many add to the circulation every year. I'm not a bot or hater, just a curious investor. Right. And then they came back and said, it's compensated with just more users and buyers and more volume and transactions and everything. So obviously, the more people that invest in the coin, the bigger the market cap gets. Now, like you said, there are more coins that does bring the value down a little bit. But when we say a little bit, we mean a little bit. Like it's not as substantial as it seems to people be making it out to be. Mr. Daniel Wilkie, did you see the Nissan dealership that accepted 5G? Yes. In fact, we touched on that a couple days ago when that news broke. We had a whole show about it. Let me see if I could pull it up again. See if I could pull up their advertisement they had on it. I'd like to show everyone again since you brought it up. Of course, it expires today if you guys want to go buy a vehicle, but I'll go ahead and pop on here and show everybody what the Mr. Daniel was talking about. As you can see here, we had received information that this dealership that goes by Daytona Nissan started accepting Dogecoin, and it was a brilliant publicity stunt for them because there was an expiration and a ton of stipulations, but the bottom line is that technically they were accepting it. So basically this is how it reads. It says, due to the high validity of Dogecoin, we recommend that you convert your Dogecoin to US dollars within your preferred trading platform. However, Dogecoin is accepted, but only for the down payment and up to an equivalent US dollar value of $5,000 based at the time of transaction of current market value. Please consult a tax expert on the use of cryptocurrency to purchase items. Dealer is not responsible for any personal taxes incurred. Blah, 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 blah. And then they have an expiration date of today, so they only ran this for like 2 days. And then, of course, if you look, it's got the hefty transfer of Dogecoin will be assessed a 25% convenience fee. So, yes, technically they were accepting it just for a little bit, but only $5,000, only for trade-ins, and with this gigantic convenience fee and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a thing. And let's see, let me go ahead and refresh the Breadless Assassin live stream on computer number 2 so I can see where we stand on channel statistics. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are really helping me out today. We are closing on the 5,000 subscriber mark. We are up to 4,970 subscribers and up to 311 likes. And by the way, the likes are super important. That's what kind of tickles the YouTube algorithm and suggests the stream to people that are searching for Dogecoin or cryptocurrency. So likes are incredibly important as well. Mr. Eyes Wide Shut, let's talk about hash rate for Dogecoin. In fact, I only mine Ethereum. I've never even looked at the current difficulty for Dogecoin. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up a chart real quick and kind of touch on that. I'd like to see a chart that shows back a few days. Let me go back 3 months. Yes, definitely. You can see it spiking, which is odd to me because it seems like you would want to mine Ethereum for the best profit and then just trade it into Dogecoin. It's odd to me that people are now mining Dogecoin, but again, you can do as you choose. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pop to this real brief chart that I just found. There's probably better ones out there, but I was asked about the Dogecoin hash rate and in turn basically the difficulty. So as you can see, from if you're interested in mining, this is 3 months back. The difficulty was at 2.8 million, give or take, and that's algorithms, just the difficulty of what it takes to find a block on the blockchain. And then of course you can see it kind of typical kind of stayed around this, and then right around the beginning of January when the Dogecoin stuff started getting some activity, and then of course it really exploded. And I'm going to switch to the 1 week chart so that I can get a more accurate number. And now, as of right now, it's up to 6.5 million, so a little more than doubled in difficulty, which means it's twice as hard to solve a block now of Dogecoin and get a reward. But that's just I don't get too much into the mining aspect of it here on this channel because it can be confusing to some people that are not familiar with the terminology. But yeah, it's gotten more than twice as difficult to mine Dogecoin in the last 3 months. And yeah, everything's looking good. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the subs. Mr. Yasser K asking how much will it cost to mine 1 Dogecoin. Well, it doesn't really technically work like that. Basically, once you have your equipment, which is very substantial, then of course you're paying electricity. Then of course you could attempt to mine solve the block by yourself, but based on difficulty that could take weeks or months, and you might not even solve one. So typically what people do is join a pool where everyone's miners are working together to solve the blocks, and then once you do, the reward is split amongst everyone in the pool. So when you're mining in a pool, that you're basically solving blocks all the time and getting a fraction of a coin. So I guess there is an answer to that, but it depends on your setup and how you choose to mine Dogecoin. Thanks for like and sub. I see the little heart. Thank you. Do I have a video on Vechain? I do not yet. In fact, that was my priority as soon as I'm finished with king cake season, with carnival season here in South Louisiana, as I own a couple bakeries and I'm just slammed with my normal work. That season ends Tuesday, so this coming week I plan on putting making a really nice high quality Vechain video along with the Chainlink video. And perhaps even a Dogecoin video. That way I can have, like these streams I'll go as long as I can on the streams, but a nice 10-minute or so video that people can refer to in the future. And I do plan on doing that, so thank you for reminding me. Mr. Mark Hubs, a few years ago A guy at the airport paid for an airfare in Bitcoin. It took 4 hours to get the payment through, as Bitcoin only made 16 transactions per minute. Then, yeah, again, Bitcoin is not the fastest network. You know, like people talk about how Dogecoin is much faster as far as processing and stuff like that, transaction speed. But it's been worked on. You know, obviously they do everything they can to speed up the transaction. So I guess ultimately we'll see where we end up with that, and that's a big important step in adoption. You know, making sure that a consumer can process transactions and make purchases without waiting and without error and that sort of stuff. So Mr. Zachary Duncan says, I'm from South Louisiana, Two Wet Bakery. I have a Champagne's Bakery in Henderson and Brobridge. Any update on the Doge price spike and back down? No, I still don't know if there was any relation to why Dogecoin spiked earlier and, you know, of course, consolidated. I mean, corrected quickly there afterwards. I've been looking. I didn't see any direct relation, so I might not. There's a chance we might not know. Stuff like that does happen sometimes without any kind of real explanation, but. Mr. Jonathan Frank, what's thoughts on Robinhood and Reddit movement and their war against the Wall Street elite? The Wall Street bet situation was, you know, kind of like a spit in the face of the financial world right now because of how much it works for the wealthy and hurts the poor kind of thing, and the middle class. So I'm cool with that. The Robinhood situation, man, look, I never used Robinhood. I don't plan on it, but in my personal opinion, anytime you have a company or an application in this particular instance that is messing with my money, it's going to leave a bad taste in my mouth, and I personally would choose not to use them. But I think they might have shot themselves in the foot in recent times. Mr. Brent Slusher, do you take Doge at the bakery? Not yet. I'm looking into it. I'm trying to figure out how to make that very streamlined for the consumer, you know, because at this point, I don't know how efficient it would be for a customer to come in my brick and mortar store and have to try and, you know, pull up wallet addresses and send coin and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to, you know, Visa and MasterCard are now getting on board with the crypto cards and all that stuff like that. So I'm thinking the adoption is probably going to take place once that starts to happen. Mr. Shepperton Studios with the $5 super chat. Okay, you're going to go eat and take my eyes off the charts for a while. Movie time for Mrs. Shep and I. Thank you for the stream and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you again. Thank you for the incredibly generous super chat. We love seeing you here. We love having you back. Take your time, have some fun, enjoy your family, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, gonna go eat and take my eyes off the charts for a while. Movie time for Mrs. Shep and I. Thank you for the stream and have a wonderful weekend.
Mr. I am keen. What's my opinion on Coinbase? I'm fine with Coinbase. Their fees are a little bit high, but they are incredibly safe. I personally use Coinbase for my personal deposits and withdrawals to my accounts. So I have no problems with Coinbase whatsoever. Like I said, I do use KuCoin too to trade the coins that are not on Coinbase, and those two, for my opinion and the way I choose to use it, work very well for me. Let's see. We are approaching the 2.5 hour stream mark. I think that's probably a good cutoff point. What I will do, I'm going to leave it up to chat as I did the last 2 days. Whichever I'm at 2 hours and 25 minutes. So whenever we get to 400 likes, I will officially end the chat for the day and take a break. So I'll leave it up to the chat. Whenever we get to 400 likes, I will officially take a break. But I will be back tomorrow, as I am here every day on the Bradley Assassin live stream. The participation today has been phenomenal. The likes and the subs have been amazing, and hopefully our Dogecoin, Vechain, Chainlink, and cryptocurrency discussion in a whole has at least brought some knowledge to some people and helped some people make some better decisions whenever making the decision to invest. Let's see. Mr. Jonathan Frank once more. I have a very strong feeling that our young generations are looking to Mr. Elon Musk as their savior himself. I'm sure some people can see him that way. I mean, it would be kind of easy, you know, he has that much influence, and you know, when you are technically the richest man in the world, it'd be pretty easy for some walks of life in some generations to see him in that way. But you know, he is just a man, so hopefully some people understand that you know, it's ultimately up to you and the decisions you make to better our situation. Mr. Holy Cow Hot Dogs LLC, $2 super chat. When the COVID dust settles, we will accept Dogecoin. There you go. Nice decision, and I plan on doing the same. The virus situation definitely is causing issues, so we would like to see business kind of return to normal, as it's hurt most all of us in the small business market. Mr. I love marijuana is saying, is Vechain coming to Coinbase? We've been waiting for that for a while. I don't know.
When COVID dust settles, we will accept Dogecoin.
We've been waiting for that for a while. I don't know the stipulations and why or how Coinbase chooses the coins they choose. I know they're pretty strict, but it would certainly seem a coin with those kinds of fundamentals and that type of real world applications would be a perfect choice for Coinbase. Again, I don't know how they make their decisions, but I am personally looking very forward to that day. When do I see it hitting $1? I personally do not think Dogecoin can achieve $1. We've touched on that hundreds of times here on the Bradley Assassin live stream. So if you'd like more on that, you can check out some past live stream videos that are uploaded onto YouTube, and you could probably get all the answers you need in that discussion. Mr. Jonathan Frank once more, thank you very much for this stream and your replies. And once again, from a singer since 25 years, you rock, man. Love your voice. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it. Incredibly kind words. Very flattering. And I'm glad to see that you enjoyed your time here at the Bradley Assassin live stream. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Mr. Ronald Barrows, if Dogecoin got into Coinbase, it would jump. Yes, we've historically seen coins jump 10 to 15% at minimum the minute they're listed on Coinbase. Not to mention it would open up tons of avenues for customers to buy, sell, and trade Dogecoin. So every time an exchange lists Dogecoin, it's huge news. As KuCoin started trading in Dogecoin just 3 days ago. What do I think about Capital App for a beginner like me? I'm not too familiar with Capital App, my friend. Shiba Inu loves stacking stats. Should I hold my Dogecoin? Only got 470. Well, you know, it's completely up to you depending on where you bought in, if you need the profit, if you'd like to see substantial gains. Ultimately, here at the Bradley Assassin live stream, we are in agreement with the Dogecoin movement, as we suggest everyone to buy and hold. As the bigger the market cap gets, the more valuable the coin gets. So patience usually pays, my friend. How did it come up with the Bradley Assassin? Well, I've always been a fan of like the whole ninja aspect, you know, and as opposed to Deadly Assassin. I have a couple bakeries here in South Louisiana where I make wholesale bread for restaurants, so hence the Bradley Assassin. And if you can see on my logo that I'm gonna blow up here in a second, I got some loaves of bread for his nunchucks, and a little loaf of bread hip sack, and a loaf of bread back sack. And I just thought it was pretty cool. So yes, sir. Thank you for noticing, and thank you for asking. Okay, we are up to 352 likes on the stream right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are targeting the 400 like mark for the continuation of the stream today, and of course I will be back tomorrow. But we're still got a little bit of time, as we're only at 352 likes. Do you eat lots of bread? I still love bread. Our bakery has been established since 1888, and we've been a father-son business ever since. I'm the fourth generation. We've been in business for over 130 years. I grew up in the bakery. I've been working in the bakery for over 30 years. I'm 44 years old, and I still love bread. So thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Mr. Jonathan Frank, once more, your channel was first in my top 20. In 4 weeks, you upgraded to a top 4. You're doing a great job, and we're all here. Awesome. Thanks again for the kind words. We love to see the compliments. You know, I take all opinions here, but compliments make me feel like I am at least keeping you guys entertained and bringing all the knowledge that we get from the entire community into the light, so that we can all make better decisions. So it really does make me feel fantastic, because this is my second job, and I do spend countless hours on it. Sometimes I feel like I should not be away from my family as much, but hopefully this whole investing in crypto and getting in now and making right decisions pays off in the next few years for all of us, and ultimately we will have all the time we want to be with our family, right? It's kind of why we do this. Dogecoin to the moons, Mr. Alfredo Esquivel. Thank you, my friend. And he's got the little puppy dog and the rocket moonshot. High Impact Flick says, thanks for your work. I'm new here. Do you know what the tax liability is for those who don't hold crypto long term? I heard it can be up to 40%. Yes, definitely consult with your CPA, as it can be very confusing, especially as it's different in different sectors of the world. Ultimately, you can pay upwards of 30 to 40% on capital gains. Yes, depending where you are in the world, though, they do give you that's upwards. Doesn't kick in until $40,000 profit. It can be very, very convoluted and confusing. So if you're concerned about that, that probably means that you're doing very well. So I guess congratulations in a way, but I understand exactly where you're going with that. There are even countries that you can claim residence in that don't tax capital gains, such as Puerto Rico and Singapore and stuff like that. So if we get to that point, maybe we can all gather one weekend in Puerto Rico and party, right? But until then, please do some research for yourself and based on your region, and find out, you know, what you should be doing with that. 817 Audio. I am from Louisiana. I'm from South Louisiana, a little town called Breaux Bridge. We're next to Lafayette. Greetings from Chile. Welcome. Do I think Dogecoin is plummeting? I don't think so. We seem to be holding at around the 7-cent mark the last couple of days, between 6.8, 6.9 cents. And the longer you can stay at that floor and consolidate, it usually almost always ends up with upward momentum. So yeah, as long as we can hold around the 7-cent mark, yeah, I think it would be fantastic to at least go into Saturday at that point, at that mark. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The only way I could take a break today is if we get to 400 likes. That is my official cutoff point today. Mr. Neander Dauman, any predictions for Dogecoin this weekend? Will we hit 10 cents by Sunday or more by Sunday? Well, my prediction for Dogecoin for the entire month of February is 10 cents. I think it'd be great if we get to that point sometime this month. For the weekend, because we've been holding at around 7 cents, I think if we can approach the 8-cent mark, that would be a realistic goal. Of course, you know, but for every buy order, there's a sell order, and for every sell order, there's a buy order. So we are fighting the powers that be, just like it happens in any market. But we're looking for that influx of volume, similar to what we had earlier, to push you through those resistance points. So if we can approach 8 cents again, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. 817 Audio says, I lived in New Iberia. Very familiar with New Iberia. I have some accounts out that way. We pass through there all the time. The berry. Right? Up to 376 likes. We are approaching the break point for today's live stream, which will put us close to the 3-hour mark. So fantastic participation. We love the fact that you guys have stuck around. DJ Inc 956 says, truth be told, once I hit over 40K, I'm going off the grid. Cash out at 39K and take the rest of the year off, my friend. Mr. David Victoria says, I want a new dip so I can buy some more Doge. Well, we will monitor. It's hard to predict dips, but usually after a spike in volume like we saw earlier, there is a correction, and I guess you could technically consider that a dip, depending on how we end up consolidating. But yeah, we're hoping for the 7-cent mark over the next few hours. Mr. George Rudy, awesome stream, my friend. No taxes here in Peru. Well, let me write Peru down. Look, let me write Peru. I'm one day when if this all works out perfectly and we do get to the point where taxation is going to be that much of a hindrance, I might be looking for the old 6-month and 1 day claim residence in another nation thing. Right? So Peru, okay, gotcha. What do I think of Vechain? Well, I think the world of Vechain. It's my #1 pick for long-term investment in the entire cryptocurrency market. I touch on it every day here in the Bradley Assassin live stream. If you are new to the live stream and haven't seen, please feel free to check out some of our previous live streams, as they do get uploaded to YouTube directly after we stream, and you can go see some very detailed discussion on Vechain even earlier in this stream alone. So we'd really appreciate that, and you could probably get all the answers you're looking for as far as my thoughts on Vechain. Thank you for the question. Mr. Great Media says, I think it'll go high. I'm already up and it's only 4 cents. Yes, I'm assuming you're referring to Vechain, but Vechain pumped a lot today. Vechain is officially up to 5.4 cents. It touched 6 cents today, but of course that's a huge resistance point and saw some sell-off at that point, but things are looking amazing for Vechain, ladies and gentlemen. Up to 382 likes. Y'all know what that means. We are officially, was that 18 likes away from the old Bradley Assassin taking a break and doing some more work until the next stream, so that I can bring everyone some bigger and better things on the stream, including new graphics, animations, screens, not to mention ultimately coin giveaways and merchandise giveaways that are coming next week to the Bradley Assassin live stream. So make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that whenever I do go live, you get notified right away and won't miss out your chances on upcoming merchandise and coin giveaways. And we got a how did I miss this? Oh, there it is. We got a $5 super chat from Mr. 817 Audio. One love. Thank you, my friend, for the $5 super chat. One love. Do 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 do. 394 likes. It's a race to a break, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. How much Dogecoin stand up this year, you mean? I'm not quite understanding the question. Unless you mean like how does it stand up or look for the rest of the year. I think that if everything goes perfectly and we continue to get support from Mr. Elon Musk, the celebrities and the influencers, as well as the publicity, which it's up to you guys to share and retweet and everything to get more eyes on Doge. But there's a chance, I think, at the height of the altcoin market that Dogecoin might reach 25 cents. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are officially at the 400 like mark, and that puts us at 2 hours and 45 minutes streaming. We answered everything we could possibly answer. We touched on the coins that we love here at the Brilliant Assassin live stream, such as Dogecoin, Vechain, and Chainlink. We discussed XRP. We discussed Cardano. We discussed all that stuff, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything. We also got out any late breaking news that we could get to everyone in the world of Dogecoin. There wasn't too much going on today. We just did get some confirmations that the development team is back working on the coin. So we're looking very forward to find out what changes are upcoming to Dogecoin. We've heard rumors that they are bringing smart contracts to Dogecoin. And if that does happen, then I guess the sky's the limit, and that in the immediate future. But anyway, that is it for now. I officially will be taking a break. I will be back tomorrow. So like I said, like, subscribe, turn the notification bells on. You will be notified the minute I go live tomorrow. And until then, stay safe, do your research, never invest more than you can afford to lose, and we will see everyone tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Be safe. Take it easy.